We're going to do A4 confrontation, I think it is. Give me a second. I'm opening your book.
Mm, Teacher, I can see the units.
Yes, okay.
It has like an eye hiding for student sets.
Okay, don't worry. So I think because it's not visible, so I will put it right now. Mm. Mm. Oh no, we have to start unit 3, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, because we finished unit 2. Okay. Unit 3. Now could you refresh the page?
Okay, teacher. And teacher, I was wondering if we could we said if we could like reschedule the yesterday class, right? For
Yeah,
today.
yes.
So I was wondering, or if I was asking if could it be possible we could do that tomorrow or Friday, because today I forgot that I already have a meeting.
Yeah. Okay,
So
don't
if it be
worry.
possible tomorrow or Friday.
It's okay. Don't worry, on Friday we could do it.
Okay, teacher, thank you very much.
Perfect, don't worry. Okay, so now could you see unit 3?
Yes, teacher, I'm refreshing the page.
Okay.
Um, it's charging.
Okay. In this unit we have the first grammar that it is present perfect and present perfect continuous. Okay, so we will see the difference between these two ones. Give me a second, I will share you my screen. Okay. Okay, so in this part, okay, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Now, let's do this. Now, let's see. When we have perfects, we have to remember that we have these auxiliaries. Have, has, right? So, when we have these two auxiliaries, we can say that it means like hemos, and depends on the subject. But always these auxiliaries are going to work with, in this case, if we talk about only present perfect with the verb in past participle, okay? For example, I have worked here for 2 years. This is a present perfect. But if I have a continuous, I have the same auxiliary because it's perfect. Haven't, has. But when we talk about continuous, we have to talk about being, the verb to be, and the verb with ing. So I can say I have been working here for 2 years. Could you tell me maybe what is the difference between this and this?
In the second one, we have been, the verb to be.
Yeah, but in meanings, for example, could you tell me? I have worked here for 2 years and I have been working here for 2 years.
But I think the difference is I have been and working is ing.
Yeah, okay. If we talk about the structures, yes, that is the difference. But when we talk about meanings, the difference is that, for example, when we use present perfect, we are talking about a time that we don't know. It's not specific. For example, I have worked here for 2 years, but I don't know which years were there. Maybe 2020 and 2021, or I don't know, 2019, maybe. Okay, but we don't know, but it means that I worked 2 years only. But in this case, as it is continuous, we are talking that we still work in the place and we have a specific time because it says I have been working here for 2 years. So if I say this right now, that it is 2022, it means that I started to work here in 2020, 2020. So with this year, it's 2 years. So in this case, with continuous, we can deduce the time. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
That is the only difference between these two ones. Now we will see with examples. Here. Okay. Present perfect. Have you found out Jack's schedule? But we don't know when. We don't know the specific time. For example, here. In continuous. It started in the past, but it's gonna continue in the present and maybe in the future. She's been sitting in the lounge for about 10 minutes. So if I read this, I will say, for example, right now it is 4:20. So she started to wait here like 4 and 10 minutes. So I can deduce the time, the specific time. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
So here we can say that what happens when we want to make questions, when we want to ask about time. For example, in present perfect, you are gonna use always or often. How much, non-countables, how many, and how many times for expressing time. But in present perfect continuous, we often use how long. Okay, so that is the difference. Continuous with how long and perfect with how much, how many, and how many times. How could it be the question for this answer, Eunice?
We how many times you've read books with Professor Robert's class or in
Okay,
Professor Robert's class?
Okay, how many times have you, right? Always,
Yeah.
always the auxiliary first. Have you read, right?
Yes, here.
Okay. What about the next one? For this, how could you
Mm,
think?
mm, mm, how, mm, first I start with the auxiliary.
Yes, first the auxiliary and after the subject.
Mhm.
That is the thing.
Okay, did I have been, I need to use the how much, how many?
No, no, no. In present perfect continuous, we
Mhm.
use how long.
Okay, how long I've been
Have
studying,
you?
how long have you been studying journalism?
Yes, perfect. Always remember that when we make questions, we're going to change places only these two ones, okay? First the auxiliary and after the
Okay.
subject. The same here. First the auxiliary and then the subject. And the rest is the same, okay? But we have to remember this, Eunice. With present perfect, we use how much, how many times. Present perfect continuous, how long, okay?
Mhm.
Now, in some cases, we could use with some verbs. And which are those verbs? Live, work, study, play, take, teach. These verbs that you can see here, okay, you can use with both. You can use with present perfect or present perfect continuous. And the meaning is gonna be the same, okay?
Sure.
Just for that verbs. So maybe you could take notes about those verbs and you could use with both.
I already took notes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. So now, do we have some other question about this?
Um, on the first one, teacher, have minus have plus the verb where you wrote
Here,
those blue letters. Those blue letters that you wrote. Um, it says have
yes,
has plus the verb participle. Where is that? Oh yeah.
no. It is has because we are using third person,
Mhm.
right? So always we use has when we use third person and the rest with I with a have.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
perfect. Very good. Another question?
Mm, no, teacher, everything is fine.
Okay. Okay, so now I will assign you in a platform. Give me a second and we will start with the exercise. Okay, so now we can start with the first practice.
Teacher, I can share?
Yes, please.
Share? Um,
Grammar, present perfect and continuous one. Yes. Okay. I think you changed your answers in these two ones, right? Because in number one, you put, have you been doing?
yes, teacher.
And it was okay. Why? Because when we use present perfect continuous, we have the specific time. And in this sentence, the specific time, it is this semester. So we know that semester counts about 6 months, right? So continue. And number three, in this case, it says, I have been calling him. 3 times today, or I have called him 3 times today, because we don't know if we don't know if he called him in the morning or in the afternoon or at night. We don't know, but only we know that it is 3 times.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, now it's perfect. Now let's go next. No, what happened here? Let's put it exit, the exit. And now let's go to the second practice. Perfect and continuous two. Perfect, yes. Good. Okay. In this case, you have to complete, right? So you have the verbs there. The past participle of drive, driven.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
teacher, the past participle of where?
it is worn. W-O-R-N. N. Yeah. Without E. Without E. Yes.
Teacher, I have a question. Actually, a favor. I don't know if you have, like, I had a list of the verbs with the past participle, but I lost the notebook where I have it. So I don't know if you have, teacher. Like, there's a
Yes.
list
Yes.
because there's some words that I forgot, and I was asking if you could do me a favor and send them to me, if that
Yes.
could be possible.
Yes, of course. Don't worry. No worry.
Thank you, teacher.
Send you. I'll send you right now in order you could have. Mhm. Okay, so let's see. First I will send you, give me a second. Okay, okay, I sent you. Now, let's see. What happened in the first one? As we have how long, remember that if we have how long, we have to use present perfect continuous, right? Always with how long, right? Do you remember?
Mhm.
Okay. So how is the correct one?
Um, can we have have you been acting?
Yes. Have you been acting? That is the correct one. Now in the second, I've been working or I have worked because it says for almost 10 years, but we don't know which years were there. We don't know specifically. Okay.
Yeah.
And the
Mhm.
third one, in the third one, we don't have to use how many, only the question with how, well, no how. Have you lived? ¿Has tú vivido en Hollywood? En Hollywood? Okay, so only have you lived? Not with WH question, not with how many times, for example, not that. Only have you, okay?
Okay, teacher.
And next one. I have been doing or I have done because it says a lot of different jobs in my life. So it is all your life, but we don't know specifically what year of your life. Okay, so we don't know the time. That is present perfect. And in that, I worn, but it was missing have. I have worn. I think you deleted that word.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Okay, so let's correct it.
Teacher, the first one is it's correct, like this way. How long have you been acting?
Yes, how long have I think, yes, it's have you been acting? It's okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. I think I will send you for tomorrow. I will prepare. I will prepare like a practice, okay? Eunice, in order you could practice this weekend about this difference between present perfect and continuous. And you can do it on this weekend. If you have some doubts, we're gonna clear up on Monday, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. So now we're gonna do, let's put exit. Exit, yes, and now we're gonna do the participial adjectives. I don't know if you remember this grammar.
Yes, teacher.
Give me a second, I will show you. Mm, okay. Okay, so do you remember the participial adjectives? The endings with ing and endings with ed?
Only the endings with ing.
Okay, what do you know about the endings in ing?
It's like when we use ing, it's usually we use them for actions.
Yeah, okay.
But when we use ing, it's like the present. And when we use ed, it's for like we did it in the past.
No, no. Those are about verbs, okay?
Mhm.
But in this case, we're talking about adjectives. Endings in ed and ing. For example, bird and boring. Both means the same, right?
Mhm.
Aburrido, aburrido. But when we use ed, most of the time we use only with people, okay, for talking about feelings about people. And this is like a moment situation. But this ing we're gonna use for events, for food, for maybe actions, okay?
Mhm.
In some cases with people, some really cases, okay? But when, for example, I'm gonna put it like an asterisk here. Uh, for example, if I say I am bored, I am saying that right now I am bored, but this is only for a moment. So maybe in 1 more hour, I will be happy or I will be great, for example, okay? But what happened with ing, like boring? If I say I am boring, I'm saying that I am boring, okay? I am always boring. So nothing happens or nothing makes me happy. Always I'm like, boring, okay? But this is some cases when we talk about people with ing. In some cases, we talk about events, food, for example. The movie was boring because the movie it's not gonna change. The movie is made and it's gonna be like that for always, right? That's why we use boring. Or maybe with food. Um, the food was boring, maybe. Okay, so we could use with ing, or maybe the 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 party was interesting with ing. As a result, I have that I am interested. Yo estoy interesada. Okay, so ed only for people, and when we talk of only for a moment. Ing for events, food, actions. Okay, and some cases for people. When we know that it is not gonna change, that always is like that. Okay?
Teacher.
Okay, so now we are going to do the exercises. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so let's go to the platform and let's see yes, the course. Mm, there, right? Participial adjectives. No, no. Last one. Yes. Tomorrow we will do the same. Okay. Okay. So read it carefully. Perfect. Very good. Okay. Now let's go next. Okay. The same here, right? So you have your adjective in brackets, so you could have ed or ing.
Teacher, satisfy, how we can satisfied? That is
If
like that?
you, yes, yes. In this case, satisfied FF. No, we're gonna change the Y by I. Yeah. Okay, only one. Why? Okay, in the second one. As we have the word never, okay, so we have to put with ing. He's never boring. Él nunca es aburrido. Because bored it's only for a moment.
Okay, teacher.
Mm. Great. Do we have some question about this, Eunice?
Only I want to how we say this? I wanted to ask if ing is like for a long period of time and ed is like just a moment.
Yes, yes, that's the thing.
Okay, teacher, thank
Okay, perfect. Okay, Eunice, so tomorrow we're gonna do the second grammar, okay?
you.
And on
Okay, teacher.
Friday, we're gonna cover the hour, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Perfect, Eunice.
Thank
So,
you.
don't worry, don't worry. So today, just finish with this. Okay, Eunice. So, see you tomorrow. Take care a lot. Bye bye.
Goodbye, teacher. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye bye.